you can do the introduction.
All right, welcome back. So when we last saw our intrepid adventurers, they saw someone's head torn open, and it was beautiful and covered them in gore. You are on the USCMS Kronos, Deck A in the cryo chamber, where you have just watched 3 people awaken from their cryogenic storage. By the way, I realised I made a mistake last time, so I fixed it because, you know, retrospective GMing is a thing. So you will see that there's actually someone in Cryo Chamber 2 now. That is Johns, the 4th member of the crew, who is banging on the door, begging to be, you know, screaming at you. In the room with you, you have one neomorphic bloodburster, the thing that just tore its way out of what was his name? What was the name? Well, he's dead now, so it barely matters. I'm sad to say. Daniel Cooper. Daniel Cooper's head literally tore its way out of Daniel Cooper's head, sending eyeballs sliding off. I think it was Wilson's faceplate, but I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, it was Wilson.
It was Wilson, yeah, because the corporate agent in my games always cops the eyeball to the faceplate. Okay, so, alrighty, so straight into it then, guys. So we've got initiative. Unbelievably, the neomorphic bloodburster's gonna go first multiple times over. So you're all standing there looking in horror as this thing has torn its way out of Cooper's head. It's flopped onto the ground and it's mewling, and it sort of splits its way out of this sack as it does so that's been dragged with it out of his head. It's small, it's got little sharp claws, it's got a whipping tail kind of thing going on. But it's not, you know, classic xenomorphic chitness skin. It's all sort of pale and covered in blood and other things. You've never seen anything as horrific as this before. It looks at all of you, sort of rises up on the other side of the cryo thing, and most of you now lose sight of it because it sort of skitters around behind the cryo tubes. And then, because this is Alien and, you know, it would be no fun if we didn't roll randomly on the attack table, which is beautifully set up by Paul, it does the following. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Right. I need to roll a random roll straight away. This is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see who's the lucky. Hey. Okay. You're all on one side of the cryo thing. You see it spring onto the sort of half-opened cryo tube chambers. The doors have sort of, you know, flipped up like this. It lands on the corner of one. It shakes its head. It looks around, and with a piercing shriek, it leaps directly at Davis, going straight for Davis's throat. Davis, would you like to attempt? Do you have anything in your hands that you might want to shove in the way of this thing as it leaps towards you?
Probably a pill bottle. Let's have a look. In my hand, I've got my harpoon grappling. Now that, to be fair, that's strapped to my belt.
Well, you can swing. I will allow you to swing it around if you'd like to.
No, I only think that. So, okay, Davis is going to grab the handle, stock of her grappling gun, and try and smack it into disgusting face of this thing that leaps at her. I guess I'll have to make some sort of a roll.
Yeah, make a close combat roll, please.
Gillis.
Close combat, Pete.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've got it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Okay. That was
So
timing.
I got
which is just enough. Okay. So this thing is leaping towards you, and you see Davis scream in horror and slam it with the handle of the harpoon gun, smashing it away. It then does a second attack. Not quite sure why I'm rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice.
I'm a junior high school swing ball champion.
You're using the roll attack button, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something I noticed the other day. Not quite sure.
No worries.
He's still rolling one. He's still rolling a d6. It's okay.
Yep, it is. All right. Oh. So you've smashed it away, and it's landed on the ground. It scrabbles. It rolls over, and as it rolls over, it leaps directly at Kayla's legs, going straight, sort of almost like it's not even pausing as it attacks again. It just rolls over and just keeps on aggressively throwing itself at you. Kayla, you've got this thing. It's leaping towards you, screaming and screeching as it does so. What would you like to do?
So Kayla has picked up that handy shotgun which she loaded, and everybody laughed.
That's true. That's true.
She is also got it inactive at the moment because obviously she's not walking around pointing a shotgun at things. But can she snap the shotgun round and try and get a round off?
No. You can block it. That's all you can do.
Okay. In that case, she will activate the shotgun and try and whack it.
Right. So she, sort of almost golf swings it across the room, or at least has an attempt at a golf swing.
Yeah.
Roll your attack, your close combat skill, please.
Close combat.
Yeah. Wow, you guys are on fire. Yep. So it leaps towards you, and you swing this golf club, smashing it back. So there's this furious sort of screaming and shouting going on in the room as this thing springs at you, and then one person whacks it away. It gets back up on its hind legs, and it springs again, and you're whacking it away. And there's people, the two people in the background, by the way, are literally screaming their lungs out. Okay, let's just see who's the lucky number 3. Oh, it's Kayla again. It's got a tie on you, Kayla. It's got a tie on you. What did I get? Okay, perfect. Okay, as it appears to be about to launch its third attack, it springs towards you, Kayla, but you realise it's actually going nowhere near you, and it leaps as high as you've ever seen anything spring. It's like watching a flea, it's jumping 7 times its own height, and it scrabbles through a grate that shouldn't be able to, that should not be loose, but it sort of grabs it with its claws and shreds it out of the way and disappears down a duct before any of you get to move. So it's launched 2 ferocious attacks and then jammed its way down this duct, and you hear it scrabbling away down the duct as it's disappearing into the distance.
Right. Sounds like time to go home then.
Anyone got a plunger?
Now, we won't go out of combat straight away, just in case someone wants to do anything particularly radical. So, Wilson, What, if anything, would you like to do?
I'm stunned by this because this wasn't expecting. I think I'm going to clean the eyeball off my suit so I can actually
Nice.
see.
Nice. I mean, the eyeball
It's
itself
probably a bit
actually
smeared
slid down the suit and fell onto the ground, but you've got the viscera sort of as a trail on the faceplate.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and look at them going, what the hell was that to the crew of the Kronos?
Okay, so you're turning and facing towards the Kronos crew to ask them questions.
Yeah.
Kayla, what are you doing
Um,
other than having a mild panic attack?
Probably having a mild panic attack. I mean, I'm assuming that Valerie and the other guy to the south of where I am are both screaming.
Yeah. Oh no, they're like, you know, crouched down, sort of, you know, carrying on. Well, Liam Flynn is anyway. Valerie Reed, who's the security, is kind of, you know, looking around, but she looks wide-eyed and panicked. Yeah, so she doesn't look well.
Okay, in that case, Kyla's going to move over to Valerie, who's relatively lucid, and basically grab her by the shoulders and go, "What the hell was that?"
All right. So you two are both doing the same thing. Lyron, are you doing anything specific?
Can I try and see the group with the blood vessel crawl through? My bolt gun.
So you're going to pop your gun down the air. Oh god, I'm struggling because it's too early in the morning and I haven't had enough coffee. All right, so all right, sure. You pop your head down the air duct.
No. When they seal it.
Can he seal the grate? Can he put the grating back or something? It'll make him feel better.
Have you got the cutting torch? Or is that Kayla who's got the cutting torch?
Kayla's got the cutting torch. She'll quite happily give it to him.
But you've got a drill, so you're like...
I've got the bolt gun, yeah.
Yeah, so bolt gun, perfect. So you're sort of... You've placed the grate that's fallen off the thing, and you're standing there with the bolt gun and you're looking at everyone and there's this noise as you bolt the grate back onto the thing. Nothing to see here, people. I've fixed the problem. I don't know what anyone's worried about. I've closed it up.
Can't get in now.
Yeah, you can't get us now.
Can't get us now. That's beautiful. All right. Hold on. I'm just playing with... I'm just doing the thing. I love these little turn trackers.
Yeah, they work really well. It's nice to be able to pop it out as well, I think.
Yeah.
Thomas, I don't know whether you want to zoom your map in a bit because people watching can't really see the cryo chamber where we're all panicking at the moment.
Oh. Is that better?
Don't know yet. I think I'm a few seconds behind.
It is appearing on the video. I can see it is. So on the OBS, so it should be. Okay.
Oh, you're the one viewer then.
No. I'm looking at it through OBS. I'm not looking at it on YouTube. There's some poor schmuck out there. All right, and
that's
just
better.
And Davis, just a quick check in with you. Anything you might want to do? Although any option for firing guns down air ducts has been closed off by Lyron.
I'm probably sort of scared, witless, and unable to conceive of anything at the moment, I'm afraid. But I asked that I was doing something practical. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I would have thought that my feeling is to what Paul said. Get back to the Monterey and shoot off quickish.
All right. Okay, so we'll go out of combat now because that's it. So Lyron has. So just to go back over it. So Lyron has closed off the air duct by bolting the grate back onto it. In a perfect example of how people who really fix things address problems. And the rest of you are now out of combat, and I'll just close this guy. I'll just get rid of this guy so that you all feel better. Bye, guy. There we go.
Yay.
Look, it's like he was never there. Yes.
So I was just going to jump in. Because I'm a bit bad about it, I suddenly realised put my hand on the motion tracker. So I'm actually going to try and do the motion tracker to see if it's nearby.
Sure.
But I'm also.
It went that way.
All right. Do you want to make a I think it's a Comtech roll. Do you want to make a Comtech roll to use the motion tracker?
I think it's power first, isn't it? Then
yeah. Yep, to see if it goes down.
Well, let me. It probably doesn't do it with items on here.
Yeah, you got to make it active.
I've made it. Yeah, I've made it active. I think it's because I've got on pop out.
Oh.
For the power roll for the item, so I'll just jump in the compendium.
Well, just roll 5 dice. It's fine, and we can work it out.
Yeah, I'll manually key it in. Come on.
If you do DS and if you just do 5, it won't be 5. Yeah, 5 DS. That'll roll 5 stress dice.
There we go.
That's perfect. No,
nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened. Okay.
And let's do the contact
beep
roll.
Beep.
Yeah. So contact roll for that now. And then we go.
Okay.
Just one.
No, that's enough. So you get a blip at the very edge of the sensor reading, and you see it disappearing off the range effectively. So it's disappearing away from you towards the other end of this deck.
I think it's gone for now. So as I asked and Kayla has asked, what the hell was that to the Cronus crew?
Okay. For some reason, I can't move that token anymore. Why can I not move these tokens? Ah, that's why.
You're in target mode.
Yes, I literally worked it out even as I said it out loud. Always embarrassing. Okay, so we now have Albert Johns in the room with you as well. Okay, so you get a medley of answers, right? Because you're sort of surrounded by people who are losing their shit, including yourselves. It should be noted. So the first voice you hear is sort of Reed's voice, who's going, "Those fuckers, you got to watch those fuckers, man. They're deadly. I thought we'd dealt with them all. I didn't think there were any left." So she's like almost taking this incredibly sort of, aggressive military stance to the problem, right? Like, she's gunning it down. Flynn who's the guy with the little mustache down there in the bottom, however, is of a different opinion. And he's like, I'll just take targeting off the poor guy. There we go. Look, I thought we dealt with all of this. I mean, that's what the inoculation is for. Do you guys know about the inoculation? Do you know what the inoculation is? And he's sort of looking directly at you, even as he's saying it. Have you taken the inoculation? Have any of you had your suit punctured or unsealed?
No.
No.
And he's like looking at all of you. And then the air...
What?
The door behind you opens and Albert Johns, who was in cryo chamber 2, comes through. He's got a sort of second officer badge on his jacket, you know, second officer Johns, written on his badge. Oh, that's who we're missing. We're missing what's her name? Hold on. I know I mentioned her. Oh, there she is. Hey, Clayton, get on the board.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. I had her in the list. Are you the rescue crew?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. We've been ordered by the company to get you off. And the sooner the better, by the looks of it.
Yeah. Lucky. Yeah. So look, we were sent. We were sent to LV-113 to continue some research following the disappearance of the Prometheus. When we got there, you know, there was crazy wildlife everywhere, and what we found was that that some of us got infected. I don't really understand the detail. Flynn can sort of take you through that. But anyway, the doctors, they worked out how to make us immune. So they gave us this this injection. I don't know why Cooper. I don't know why Cooper was still affected. I mean, that's crazy. He should have been fine. He was actually the lead developer of the inoculation, so he should have been fine. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why he's losing it. And at the same time, so while all that noise is sort of going on in the room, Cooper is sort of standing there just quietly watching it all play out. She looks pale, but she looks completely composed for all of that. In every way, right? So just stoic about the whole experience. And the only indication that she's even been affected is there's a slight gleam of sweat, you know, sort of pooling off her, you know, face. Now, they're all wearing underwear and overalls. And obviously, you've also got... Sorry, Clayton was the one I meant. Cooper's the guy's dead. And obviously also sort of slumped down on the ground is Cooper, in basically a simple, you know, flight vest, flight jumpsuit kind of kit, on the ground. So I'm just going to ask John Wilson, is there anything you specifically want to do, or do you just want to keep on talking to these folk? And if so,
I think, you know, saying, like, whatever that thing is roaming around. Oh, the captain. We've got to let the captain know to make sure that it doesn't try and go through the airlock. You know, get the captain and the communicator to keep that door shut, because the last thing we want is that thing on our ship.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're gonna... Okay. So Miller. So even as you message Miller, you hear Miller's voice coming over. Look, I've come across. I heard. You know, I heard what sounded like something crazy going on. So she's now in airlock in the junction. She's now in the junction. So
no, go back to. You need to go back to the ship and give it say there's something. There's something on board this ship.
It's all right. I bought my pistol.
Oh, God, someone's got to stop her from coming over.
You're doing a good job. We'll leave you to you're next in command. You're doing such a good job. The company man.
It's all right. I bought my pistol.
Technically, she's my enemy.
Technically, she's the enemy.
She's actually my rival, but I kind of like.
You might still need her to pilot the ship or something. I like the never forget. It's always good to have a fallback pilot.
Yeah.
In case the first one dies.
Really, we need someone to stay on board the ship, Captain. I mean, I remember quarantine procedures as well.
What quarantine procedures? What's going on?
You know the company's quarantine procedures.
Oh, okay. Make a manipulation roll for me.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, manipulation isn't too bad.
Unless you roll that.
All right.
Oh no, Captain, no, really. Don't come on to this. No.
Stress roll.
All right. So as you're trying to explain all of these horrible things that have happened, can you roll stress for me, please?
Okay. Is there a? Oh yeah, it'll be on the character sheet, won't it?
Yeah, it's on the first tab. It's on the first tab. Yes. All right. So even as you're starting to explain, even as you're starting to try and explain why she has to go back because of quarantine, it all flashes back to you. The little monster leaping out of someone's head, tearing at you, your life flashing before your eyes, you thinking there isn't enough armor on this flight suit. A whole range of sort of memories.
Yeah, there was flying eyeballs. There was just rattling off.
And
you've got to get back.
You fixate on this image of this iris looking at you through your faceplate, where the eyeball sort of slammed, and this one eye was looking straight at you even as it slid down, and then it was followed obviously by the vicious attack. And you start to tremble and lose it, and the captain goes, "Look, you're clearly in no position. You're clearly in no position to sort of guide the team. I'm coming down right now." And you hear the sort of shunting sound as she seals the airlock behind her, and you can all sort of hear the footsteps over the comms as she runs down the corridors towards you. Okay, so on that note, Kyla, is there anything?
Coming on.
Kayla, is there anything specific you want to do?
Yeah, get on the ship and run. Look, we need to listen. We need to get up to Miller. We can't leave Miller on her own. Her own.
Their own.
Their own. We've got to get up to Miller. They don't know what we've seen. This is. We can get there pretty quickly. We should.
All right. So, what do the rest of you want to do? So, I was sort of checking whether anyone was going to check. So, let me give a hint. Is anyone checking anything?
Well, the dead body.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peter. What were you saying?
I was just wondering if we have a schematic showing the vent system. Presumably everywhere. Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you do. See all these little... I'm going to rule that that's what these are. See all these little lines, all these little dotted lines on the map?
No, because we've got... No, Thomas, can you share the player handouts and then people can look at the maps?
Oh, okay, sure. Are they not
No, because I did a system refresh and I forgot to share
okay,
them. Sorry.
no worries. Configure permissions. Okay. So if you have a look at the maps, you should see little dotted blue lines everywhere on the schematic. So those are all of the little, ductways and air ducts and other things traveling through the thing, and you can see the sort of what are they called? Anyway, the 4 dots in the circle. So those are major entry points to the ductways.
Right, yeah. Gotcha.
So you can see that there's duct entry points everywhere. So if you wanted to go into the ducts, you could absolutely do so. Just saying for friends.
The other thing to point out in player handouts now, there's a new handout called Legend, which basically shows you what all of the icons on the maps mean.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, you guys asked for it, I did it.
I know. Oh, no, that's the intercom. Oh, that's the intercom. Oh, it looked like entry points. Oh, wow. Anyway, that's fine. There's these little blue lines. There's duct entry points wherever there's an intercom because I've decided that it is so. And also because actually that's exactly where the entry point to the air scrubbers is meant to be. So anyway, I'm going with it. All right.
Okay. It's me.
Taking the Games Master's heavy hint.
Proposing to going.
Sorry, Pete. Carry on.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. I just said I wasn't proposing to enter into the ducts at this stage yet.
Okay. Taking the Games Master's heavy hint, can Kayla have a quick look at the body?
Yeah.
You want a medical aid roll?
No, an observation check, please.
Damn, I've got medical aid.
Oh, well, no, it's definitely an observation. And then the dice turn like an evil bunch of bastards that they are.
Well, I'm going to look at the body.
All right, panic roll, please. As you're searching through this dead body. You also are now trembling.
Oh, God.
All right, so you're sort of trying to search through the body, and, there's blood and there's gore and everything. But I'm going to let you find it anyway because, it's Alien and you're allowed to not succeed and still succeed. You find a vial, like an injector vial, in one of the pockets.
Oh, right. So that's probably this really good vaccination that he's developed that doesn't appear to work.
Well, it hasn't been used. It's actually still full.
Or perhaps it does.
No, it works, but you can use it.
Why?
Right, we need to get to the captain. I think we need to get to the captain.
Yeah, two of us trembling need to get.
All right.
I like to hopefully we stop trembling at some point.
Okay, well, you can hear Miller coming. Like, they're running down the corridor towards you at speed.
Can I ask the
people? Thomas, did you say people?
No, Miller. You can hear Miller running down the corridor towards you. Like, there's this thumping noise. Bang, 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 bang. Because, I mean, there's not a lot. There's actually... Oh, no, actually, everything is started up now. So it's actually quite noisy because the engine is warming up and the systems are warming up. But you can hear her feet smashing onto the grates on the floor as she runs towards you at pace. All right. Does anyone want to leave the room? That's probably the simplest way to ask this question. Right. Okay. So the two trembling maniacs run out the door. Slightly panicked. Davis and Lyron, what do you want to do? Peter, sorry. Peter.
I'll stand there, really.
You're just going to stand there, Lyron, watching these people?
No, there's nothing else in there, so I'm going to leave.
David, I'm going to leave too. But what are the Kronos crew members doing?
Yeah, well, that's an excellent question. So they're all sort of they're all sort of looking in horror as you guys move out of the room. Can we come with you? You know, it's not safe to be alone. They're all just wearing flight suits. They've got nothing else on them, right? No weapons, no equipment of any form. They've literally just come out of cryo. So they all sort of toddle along behind you. So there's now this pack of about, 8 people sort of traveling out of this room. And you head north into, conceptually north. And just as you're sort of coming around the corner, you see Miller sort of coming through, coming down. Actually, I'll just put it here. There you go, that'll do. So she sort of sprinted down to where you guys are. You're all standing here. By the way, can anyone see that little tracker that I put on? I'm just asking a question.
I did see it when we came up before you deleted it, yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Right. Good to know. The Miller sort of runs around the corner and looks at you and goes, "What's going on?" Now, can I get everyone to roll for their oxygen supply again, please?
Mine's all right.
Yeah. Mine's not doing it in this.
It's not working in the pop out.
Yeah, I don't think it does work in the pop out. I'm just gonna kill pop out and just jump it back in the.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Don't.
Foundry really loves me.
Actually, it did work in the pop out.
It did work.
You rolled twice.
It worked in the pop out.
Oh.
It just didn't show you the dice roll.
Yeah.
Probably because it's trying to roll in the context of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can up your air supply by 1, actually, Bruce. Just bring it back. I think you have to.
Yep.
You have to increment it on the item.
Inventory.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Miller runs around the corner. You're all standing there. Okay. So what do you guys want to do? I mean, it looks pretty. Whatever this thing is, it looks pretty dangerous. But I mean, you guys have seen it. What's your advice? What's your advice, Kayla? What should we do?
Kayla runs up. Captain, we've got to get the frack out of here. This thing, it ripped open a guy's head, and then Davis hit it, and then I hit it, and it didn't phase, and then it ripped open one of the air ducts and rattled into the air duct. This is not good. I don't care what the company is; they can keep the bloody bonus.
Okay. All right. Is that?
I'm just.
All right. So what do you think we should do, Davis?
I'm just a truck driver, Captain. This looks like a job colonial marines or something like that. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Hold on. I'm just gonna. Okay. So, just official notification. We are about to enter the second act of the module, and I am just going to update your agendas and make sure I get them on the right people, because that would be embarrassing otherwise. So that should be going to you. Did it go to, did it go to you? Where is it? Oh, it's under... Ah, yes. Yep. Okay, so Davis, yours is updated. Rye, let me check yours. Yep. Rye's agenda. Yep, done.
Got it.
Wilson, next. And let me just give you that as well.
Ah, there we go. Ah.
So just have a very quick look at your agendas. Please do not mention if you have more than one. I must say the new setup, much easier to use. Like it a lot.
What, the events?
For everything. Yeah, I like the events too. Broken up by act. It's really good.
Thank you. Good. I'm imposing a change freeze for the playtesters.
That's right. Okay.
Thomas.
Yes.
Can I just say, I don't think you'll be able to access my character from the character. I can only access her sheet from her token at the moment, and that's not updated. So.
Oh, okay. I will fix that right now. That might have. So hold on. Configure permissions. Oh yes.
It's okay to contact the token.
See if that worked. It says that you're the owner. Is anyone else not able to access their character sheet in the side view?
Yeah. Got it now.
No, mine's working fine.
Yep. It hasn't given me an updated.
Oh.
Yeah. Should I just F5 because it's not updated the agenda? But it's it's fine now.
Yep, there it is. Okay, good. All right.
Just disappear off for 2 seconds.
Let me open up the journal entry and let's go to play handout scenario and events act 2. All right. Okay. Right. Over all of your intercoms, you hear the following words being spoken in a mechanical sounding voice. This is an immediate alert. Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-10 minutes and counting. This message is coming from over the Montero intercom and seems to be being generated by Mother on the Montero.
Ship's blowing up.
Captain, did you set the ship to self-destruct before coming over here?
She looks as horrified as the rest of you, and you can see her face go completely white when this happens. Now I'm going to test something. I don't know if it's going to work because I can't see it from your perspective, but I've helpfully put a tracker on, and I'm making it emit light. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can tell by the joy in my face.
That's awesome. I'm so pleased that works. That's like me exploring new tools, even as we speak in real time. Okay, so you can now see the tracker. So that is the T-10 tracker, just so you're all aware. I will be using it to count down time.
Look to the left. Yeah, to the left.
If you can't see it, I'll make it really visible.
He's right on top of the same.
That's fine.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It's awesome.
How comes there's two things? How comes there's 2 bits ticked off?
Oh, because it only comes in 8s and 12s. So to get to 10, I had to fill in 2 of the blocks for you.
Oh, okay.
But you know, don't take that as a panic-inducing moment. I just want to be very clear. All right, so
No, the ship's going to blow up. The timer's just appeared with 2 minutes clicked off of it. Yeah, no panic.
all right. So what are you going to do, guys?
I'm already panicking.
Can we
Go, Peter.
So again, Pete.
Is there some way of reversing this? Because I wonder if there was some way of reversing the damage to the displacement drive on the Montero within 10 minutes.
All right. Well, would you like to make either a piloting roll or a heavy machinery roll for me, please?
Right. Okay. I'll get that. I think I'll go for piloting it. Okay. It's somewhat better.
Okay. Well, that was good.
Successes.
Yep. Look, it's a cascading failure. So your suspicion is no. However, with 2 successes, I will also make the following point. Needless to say, fission reactors don't just overload. You know, it's not like a sort of, you know, cosmic radiation hit the side of the fission reactor and it started to explode. This level, and particularly at this sudden appearance, considering you're not currently using your displacement drive, it's not active, suggests some form of deliberate intent.
Sabotage. Yeah, because it's not like someone hasn't triggered the self-destruct timer, have they? Because that would be
Stupid.
something different.
Well, it's certainly one way you could self-destruct the ship.
No, but the ship's log. Yeah, I'm just wondering if someone's done this ship's log, or flight recorder is ever recovered, or someone deliberately destroyed the vessel.
Kylie yells.
So I think that it's unlikely that anyone like
Kylie yells out to the other grease monkey, Lyram Chan, and says, Lyram Chan, and says, Chan, can you stop this crap?
Hopefully. I don't know.
All right.
You're meant to be the engineer.
Oh, no. And the cargo holder.
Oh, bugger, that's me.
In the panic, people are looking at each other sideways. You can fix it. Hold on, you're the engineer. What? No. Oh my God, no, it's my job. All right. Kayla, would you like to make a heavy machinery roll for me, please?
Yeah. Oh.
You're not really an engineer. Like, you're like maintenance staff, right? Like, displacement drives are the sorts of things that as in physics professors, design, and you can, twiddle with the external dials on the black box. But that's about the level of your understanding of how the displacement drive actually works. This technology's been around for almost over 100 years now, and it's basically, Apple level interface, right? So you've got a button and you press it. and usually it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, you're all standing around. Yeah. Go, Peter.
Well, we've got to change our plan then, because the Monterey is going to be toast. So we'll have to stay on the Kronos to get rid of this monster, I think.
Okay, that's right. So now I should point out the Montero is currently approximately 10 meters off the top, floating above the Kronos, and threatening to go through a fissile reaction. And I don't know if you recall,
cargo.
And I was about to say and I don't know if you remember this, enough tritium to level a planet, or at least a large city.
Yeah.
So we've got two choices. One, we jump on the ship and try and stop the overload, which I doubt if they've got a stop the overload button. Or two, we get shot of it and try and get home in this thing with the scary little bug running around.
Well, we can.
Sorry, Bruce.
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
No, I was going to say the third choice is find the shuttle on this thing, leave the little monster on its own and bugger off in the shuttle.
Is there a shuttle?
Yes, there's a shuttle on the Montero, the Daisy.
Oh.
All right. So okay. So we have to get one to the Montero to get to the shuttle Montero.
Yeah. The Kronos does not carry a shuttle.
How many people does it hold?
It would hold all of you. The bigger issue is it wouldn't hold all of you with... Like, the shuttle's not intended for long-distance travel. It's intended to go down to the planet and come back up. So it doesn't have cryo storage, and it doesn't have long-term life support viability.
Right. Well then, we've got really no. Paul's right. We've got two choices.
Yeah, and we've just lost a bit more time.
And
so we've got to cut the Montero loose and find this little monster.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably get to the bridge and try and get a bit of distance between us and the Montero.
Yeah.
So we also need to disconnect.
Don't forget, the Kronos does not currently have its own propulsion.
So the Kronos isn't moving.
Well, it's moving, but it's not manoeuvring.
So we need to get to the engine room and the bridge, and cut off the link to the Montero.
Yes. Or navigate, and I'll give it to you because you know your ship well enough. Or navigate the Montero away.
Will volunteer, Davis.
Yeah, it's try like to steer away and then jump in the shuttle and get back.
Couldn't Davis set it on autopilot? Can't Davis set the autopilot?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yes, Davis could set the autopilot.
Back on the Kronos.
I will just point out this is a flaw in the module which I have overwritten every time I've run this. Mother has piloting skill. It's not commented on in the module. It's actually it's something they forget rather than they include. So yes, you can absolutely set Mother on autopilot to fly away. If you can convince Mother to fly away.
Okay. Right. Miller has to come with me, doesn't she, to persuade Mother.
Okay.
She's the senior officer.
Yep. All right. So, quick.
Isn't that right, guys? I mean, my wife would just order me.
Yeah.
Okay. So Davis and Miller are going to go back to the Montero. John, what are you doing?
Because I'm assuming I'm stopped trembling with the whole because this is a brand new world of focus of not getting blown up.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yep.
Yep. I go through. I actually as Cronus, like we've got to get this ship prepared to get steered away, ready, because we've got to get away from our ship. Who can fly the ship? Who knows the ship well to get the engineering done? To look at them, because I'm not skilled or as great with them. So that's what I'm trying to do with them.
Okay, so their engineer is dead, and has been for some time. However, Lyra and Cham on your team is capable, as is Kyla. The beautiful thing about the Aliens universe is no one's building new shit. So the ships, they all kind of work the same way. They have for 100 years. There's no sort of innovation in the technology.
You just said mothers know how to do at least autopilot, and I have already in the last session talked to Mother in this one, so I will go up to Mother on this one to try and convince her to start, once it's separated, to start at least trying to steer away. Convince this mother, it's a good way to get away from the ship.
Okay.
I think that would be after hearing Davis's plan.
All right, so you're going to go to the Mother control unit at the front end of the ship. Kayla, what are you doing?
Probably best thing to do is head to engineering. I've been looking for it on the map, but I can't actually find it.
It is. There's not engineering per se, but the reactor is on deck B at the back end of deck B.
Oh, right. I will head there then. Cham, is it worth you coming with me? Because between the two of us, we might actually be able to work out enough engineering to get it going.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just get this right. So Wilson is going to Mother to give commands to the ship to see if they can get it to move. Now, as you move off, Wilson, what's her name? Clayton, the corporate officer from the Kronos, actually sort of goes, "Where are you going?"
We're going to get this ship moving. So unless you want to wake up in a flash of heat.
Well, I'm going to come with you then. And she sort of moves off to follow you.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop her from following you, or are you going to just allow her to sort of toddle along?
At this moment, I'm more focused about the immediate action. If she's going to follow me, she's going to follow me.
Okay. All right. So you're going off to do that. Davis and Miller are crossing the umbilical, sprinting towards the Montero. And Kayla and Lyron, you can take the junction. There's a junction at the back of the ship, A2, through the examination room, which is right near where you are, just to the south, conceptually, of where you currently are. That will allow you to go down to deck B.
Okay, we'll head off in that direction then.
Now, Miller, one quick question for you: are you still using the detector, the motion sensor?
It was Wilson who had the.
Who? Oh no, hold on. Who had the motion sensor? Was that Kyla?
Wilson does it. Yeah. I'm definitely.
All right, so
as we're running,
I'll just go to deck B. Hold on. This is going to be a bit awkward because we're splitting the party, but it is what it is.
If you want to run the others first, Thomas, and then come back to us, that's fine.
Oh, actually, sorry. The reactor goes into deck B, but the entrance to the reactor is on deck C. So if you go to deck C, you'll see there's the reactor relay control and the coolant tanks. So you go down 2 flights of ladder, basically, through junction A2 to B2 to C2. Then you exit out into the reactor relay control. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys in a sec. I might just deal with the Montero first. Then I'll deal with I'll deal with Mother first, because actually that's the easiest one to deal with of the 3.
Yeah.
So you and Clayton race up into Mother. So you're trying to get Mother to sort of, move the ship away in some fashion.
Yeah, initially command. I'm actually, because we're going to have to be detached. I'm going to make sure we've got comms through to Davis and Miller to make sure that, let me know, and I'm going to make sure the Mother release space mechanic get ready to prep the engines to move away from Montenero or anything to make sure it's recognized in commands.
So Mother reports that the engines are currently non-functional as the reactor is not currently fully engaged. It will be necessary to restart the reactor before the engines can be deployed.
Restart reactor.
Yes, the reactor is currently in shutdown mode to conserve fuel and requires manual operation to restart.
I'm going to keep hitting the reactor active until Kayla and Lyron get it on. Just keeping that with Mother keeps scrolling the same message.
So you're just hitting enter on the command.
Is it active? No. Is it active? No. Is it active? No.
Push.
F5 reset.
I can't get my audio to work. All right. Okay, so you're in Mother, basically banging on the key repeatedly, putting the same command through every sort of 10 seconds in the hope that something new is going to happen. Okay, so Davis, Peter, so you race across the umbilical.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to the bridge, or I assume so, on the Montero?
Yeah, I will. Hopefully the captain can sort Mother out. But there's an interface from on the bridge anyway. Isn't there?
Oh yeah, you can definitely communicate and command and
Yeah,
talk to Mother from the bridge. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get you? Do you
Okay,
have
so,
Comtech skill, Peter?
I guess Miller. Do I have what? Sorry,
Comtech.
I missed that. What was that?
Comtech.
Yeah, I've got a no, I've got a Comtech 0. Yeah, no, nothing. I just roll my attributes on it. Wit.
Just roll Comtech, it'll do it.
Which one is roll wit?
Just roll Comtech, it will do it.
Yeah, will do.
Meh.
Did it?
Oh, I love Alien.
I've rolled a head face.
You rolled a face hugger. Roll stress.
Here we go. Let's roll.
Ah.
Yeah.
You jammy son.
Oh well.
Okay, so
yeah.
so you're able to keep it together. The bad news is you're not actually able to command Mother. So now I will roll for Miller to see if she can override Mother as well. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, wow! Okay.
Push.
Yeah,
Push.
I'm pushing.
It's only a non-player character. It's still great.
All right, Davis.
Kate.
Davis, we've got to pilot the ship away. Let's just disconnect the umbilical and let's get this ship away, and then we can maybe jump in the shuttle.
Yeah, okay, Captain. That sounds like a completely sensible idea. So, presumably, I just have to press the button to blow the bolts on the umbilical.
Yep. So you press the button, nothing happens. and a warning message comes up on the screen. Kronos disengagement not working, so Mother's basically, sort of passing up a message, bolts not firing, umbilical stuck. At the same time, Wilson, you're getting the same message.
What do we do?
Go on, Davis. Go on, Peter.
We're going to have to do it manually, Captain. We have to go down there and blow the bolts manually.
Okay. You stay here and set the ship up for piloting away. I'll go down and try and disengage the umbilical. Okay.
Okay, Captain.
All right.
She's a good captain.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Meanwhile, Wilson, you're getting the same message from the other side, right? So Mother is scrolling up a message suddenly as you're repeatedly hitting the engage reactor button. In the middle of this endless scroll of engage reactor, command not accepted line that's just scrolling up on the screen. There's flashing red text that appears, and you miss it the first time because you're hitting the button so frequently. It's sort of, gone before you get a chance to read it. But then, you sort of go, whoa, hold on a second, maybe I need to read that. And across the screen, you see the message, Montero has attempted to decouple. Decoupling has failed.
Can decouple from our end? Type in.
ejection of airlock facility not currently enabled on Kronos.
We're going to eject. If it says no, then we're going to try and blow it from our end.
Docking bolts under control of Montero and not able to be fired from Kronos.
Bolts controlled. I've screamed over to Davis and Miller and said, look, we can't seem to control it from here. What's happening over there? We're still stuck to you.
Okay, so Miller's
screwing us up. Yeah, Mother's screwing.
all right. You can so Kyla and Lyron, you're sort of down onto deck B by this point on your way to the reactor when you can hear all this chatter going on across the comms, because it's open comms. Like there's no, it's not silent, so you can all hear this. It's pretty obvious to both of you that this is going to require actual cutting away of things. Like you can hear all this chatter, right? So the explosive bolts haven't auto fired. There doesn't seem to be any way to disengage. So sort of retracting it isn't going to work, right? The bolts are locked in. So you're going to have to cut away at the bolts. And Kayla, you do note in passing that you currently have the cutting torch.
I was just double checking that, Mother. Yeah, so, she's not very good with displays of heroism.
But Cham is. Give it to Cham.
Cham, do you want to do the engine or cut away the Montero?
I'll fix the engines.
Okay. Kayla looks at Cham in a, you're my best bud manner and thinks, I'm going to die, and runs at full pelt to get to the airlock.
Okay. So you've now started to clamber straight back up the way you were going down, and then you're running at full pelt to the airlock. Can I get an air supply roll from you, please?
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so you're basically burning oxygen. Yeah, you're burning oxygen as you sprint through the space, right? You make it to the airlock really quickly though. So you've burnt extra air to get there. You can see Miller at the other end of the umbilical, desperately trying to sort of use the standard, sort of disconnection. She's closed the airlock between you and her so that she can disconnect. But you can see her through the window, right? So you're on one side of the umbilical, she's on the other side on the Montero, and she's trying to manipulate things. And just as you're looking through the faceplate at her, as she's trying to sort of close things off, you see a shadowy form sort of rising up behind her as she's desperately trying to manipulate the airlock. What do you do? Sorry, the GM's not meant to laugh out loud. Sorry. What do you do?
Put my head between my knees and kiss my ass goodbye.
No, shit. So it's on the other side. It's in the Montero.
Right. Basically, I'll holler over comms. Miller, behind you. Get the F out of there. There's something behind you.
All right. Davis, you can hear this, by the way. All right. You see Miller turn around and start. And
I'm going to go. All right.
What are you doing, Davis? Peter, what are you doing?
I'm going to leave what I'm doing. I'll run down. Yeah, I'm I'm going to run down towards the airlock.
All right. Can you make a
pulling out my harpoon gun? As I
Oh,
go.
nice. Yeah, nice harpoon gun. Like the harpoon gun. Can you make a piloting roll for me, please? Because you've actually sort of you've had a fair go at setting up the autopilot. So, roll piloting. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you've set up the autopilot. So once the umbilical is identified as being disconnected, it'll start to pull away. Okay. So you're running down the stairs.
As I'm running, yeah. I'm going to try and get hold of Kyra and say, "What the hell do you see?"
It was like a black shadowy figure. It was bigger than you. I don't know. I couldn't see it that well.
Okay, so
it's not something I'd run towards.
So Davis is probably thinking this might be us. Well, Captain's in danger. Okay.
All right. So let me just. I think I've got to put the weapon on her. So she's currently carrying a pistol. Sorry, where is the? What the hell is it? Ah, there it is. Yep. Okay. As you're running down the stairs, you hear gunshots being fired. Kyla, you can see the back of Miller's head against the glass plate in the porthole in the airlock, and you all over the comm unit hear sort of her offloading bullets at something in the background as this creature is moving towards her rapidly. Now I'm not going to what I'll do is we'll just stay on the same map, because otherwise then I have to move maps around and move people around. I can't be stuffed. So I'll just plonk. Actually, hold on. Where are you? Is that you? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to put you and her right here so I can see you both. And then I think we're at stage 4. Just check that you can see the big bad. It should be on the map next to you.
See them more. Yeah.
Awesome.
This is great because we can't actually see that. You really are on your own there, Pete.
Yeah. Unless I go to the YouTube channel.
All right. So Peter, I'm going to give you both one free attack, because it's sort of rising up as you run out the corridor into the sort of where's the Montero map for just 1 second? I just want to have a look at exactly where you're fighting, so I can do the right thing. Actually, where are you fighting from? Upper landing claw chamber. Oh, right. Okay. All right. So you're fighting from the top of the ship, and you've sort of umbilicaled across. So you're in a reasonably small enclosed space. You run in, and there's this creature. It's horrific. It's about the size of a large person. It's got incredibly long, spindly legs and arms. Like, its legs in particular are almost twice the length of its torso. It's got this sort of cowled, pointed head with what looks like a giant fin sticking out of the back of it. It's got a It's got a mouth that's incredibly wide with teeth. You can smell, you know, the sort of smell of blood and you know, copper in the air coming from it where it's around. Miller has sort of placed themselves against the back of the airlock door with the door to their back, and they're emptying their pistol directly into it. It doesn't seem to be having any great effect as you run into the room. And you've got the harpoon gun at ready. Do you want to shoot?
Right. Okay. So I'm going to this is range combat.
It is, but
so
you
range
can
combat roll?
aim if you want. It's not actually paying attention to you at the moment. So I will give you an extra 2 dice to the roll.
Okay.
That's a right click to add the modifiers. Pete.
I would, oh yeah.
Right click on range combat.
So got it. Yeah. Let's do it now. 2 dice.
Whoa!
That's 2 successes. Did you want to push?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh!
3 successes.
Oh!
5.
5. All right. Okay, you run into the room with this weapon, and I'm just gonna boom. All right. So I've got everyone's initiative, and appropriately you're sort of going last. You've rolled 5 successes with the harpoon gun. What damage does the harpoon gun do? I think it's 3.
It will show you on the inventory tab. Pete.
I think it's
Yeah, some of it. So
harpoon
third,
grappling.
8-4 harpoon gun. Damage 1, apparently.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's no, that's right. Sorry. I had another game where people homebrewed a very powerful harpoon gun for a particular purpose.
But
Okay.
with 5 successes, you've got your stunts.
Extra damage.
Yeah, you can do it 5 points of
I was
damage.
going to say, I probably need to take those all as extra damage.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I could knock it over, but so what, you know. Let's do the damage.
Okay, and it's doubled because it's being shot with one of those. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Oh, really? Oh. Unbelievable. All right. You run into the room with your harpoon gun, normally a reasonably inefficient weapon. You point it at this creature and you shoot it, and it slams against the wall, and the harpoon penetrates its body and punctures into the outer hull of the Montero. The cable between you and it spools out and wraps around its arms. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just need to roll something. GM dice. Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. Yep, there we go. So that was a 3. Doesn't tell me what that is. Oh, okay, all right. Just give me 1 second. I just need to look up exactly what I just rolled. Critical injury. 3. Okay, that's very difficult to read.
Thomas,
Yeah.
you should be able to. You should be able to if you're rolling a critical hit on a xenomorph.
Yep.
You should be able to run the macro.
No, I did that, but entry 3 says roll additional table. It's some subtable, but it's not listed, so it's not working.
Okay, I'll look that one up.
So give me 1 second. I will need actual rules for 1 second. And I will tell you what has happened. Sorry for the delay, people. Just bear with me for 1 second. And I will just look up the critical chart. Critical injury xenomorph 290. Here we go. 3. Oh, right. Okay. All right. Got it. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Okay. It attacks Miller in a last desperate attempt. As it's been harpooned against the wall, it lashes out with its claws, desperately trying to attack. Its tail, actually, that makes complete sense. The one part of its body that's not currently slammed against the thing. Its tail whips out and tries to cut into Miller. Miller doesn't have anything that can block it. Because she's got a pistol in her hands, not the best weapon for such things. However, she does get to roll her armor, of which she currently looks like she has none because I haven't equipped it, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. What do we get? 1, 2. Oh wow, 2 successes. Okay. It's still yeah. Okay. Okay. You do this, and just as it's slammed against the wall and she's, sort of moving away from it, the tail whips out and slams through her body, penetrating directly into her heart. And I'm going to use a very Australian moment here, like the tail of a stingray through the heart of a wilderness photographer.
Whoa.
And you see her sort of spasm for a second as the tail penetrates through her chest and blood wells up through her vac suit and out as she sort of flops down in front of you. The creature is still moving, by the way, but clearly badly damaged. Sorry, my nanny is messaging me. Give me 1 second. Yep. Good. The creature and the body are trapped against the exit hole. Now, I don't know if you remember, but the harpoon gun, I'm pretty sure, is a one-shot wonder. Yep, it's a one-shot wonder.
Just a harpoon. That's it.
So what do you want to do? It's there. Go, Davis.
So Miller was working on the Miller was working on the airlock, wasn't she?
That's right.
The umbilical rather.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get? Can I get through now and tap the umbilical from the monster egg?
No, it's right near the airlock.
Just leave this son of a bitch hid.
You better run to Daisy.
You can see it trying to tear its body off the harpoon.
Yeah, I'm going to head. I mean, the only other thing I can do is try and bash it over the head with the harpoon gun butt. I don't know, it's a very good idea. I think I'll take.
Run. Just run.
Poke it and you'll have a sharp stick.
Okay, so leaving this. By the way, increase your stress by 1, please, Davis. Just while I remember, I wouldn't want to forget that.
Yeah, will do.
So,
No, well, you know.
so Davis, you slam the door closed and run towards the to the hangar where the Daisy lies waiting for you.
Yeah.
To escape. Okay, Kyla, you're trying to cut the Montero free.
Salute.
Yep. Do you want a heavy machinery roll?
I do, with the +2 bonus for the heavy cutting torch because it's actually for the job.
Woohoo! Oh.
Oh, it makes complete sense. So you because you can see what's going on through the porthole, right? So,
No, I wasn't watching. I was cutting things.
Okay, in the reflection of the porthole that you're looking at, in the reflection of the porthole, you see a sort of blood appear against the sort of you see you see the sort of the porthole become sort of darkened in splotches through the reflected light of the Montero. And you hear a final gasp over the comms as Miller dies almost instantaneously from the strike by the neomorph. And this is all happening while you're sort of cutting away. You need to roll stress for me. So as you successfully decouple, cut away the last of the bolts from the docking unit, and you see the sort of patina of shadows suddenly appear on the porthole, and you realise that this is the last time you will ever hear Miller's voice. You start to realise how close you've come to dying already so many times in such a short period, and also that you have nothing. This ship isn't even working at the moment. You could end up trapped, forever in space, and you start to sort of panic and shake as that happens. And then as you're cutting away, the umbilical, in a moment of distraction, the umbilical hits your hand as it's drifting away from the airlock, and the cutting torch pries loose from your hand and floats off into space. And you can see the Montero's engines igniting in the distance as you sort of watch the cutting torch still spurting with flame, drifting off into space away from you. Please remove the cutting torch from your inventory. Unless, of course, you want to attempt to jump away from the Kronos, grab the,
No.
Just giving that. Look, it's an option. I don't want to deprive you of your options.
Thank you for that very kind offer.
All right. The Montero's engines are now starting up, and you can see, the blue flame of the Montero's fusion fission engines booting up, and you can see all of the money that was associated with the tritium canisters that you were carrying, and your shares at the same time, and that profit blasting away from you into the distance. Now, so we're just going to cut to Lyran Cham for a second, who has successfully made it to Deck C while all this has been going down, and is now entering the reactor control facility. on deck C. So let me just go to deck C for 1 second, and elegantly now I will click on the scene notes control. One of my favorite little things. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, Lyron, when you walk into the reactor chamber, the reactor control chamber, there's this sort of yellowy white resin covering almost all of the controls and cluttering things up. It becomes quite apparent to you that to get the engine started, you're going to have to clean at least some of this gunk away in the room.
Yeah, okay. That's clearly what I came from, what seems like the main systems.
Now, this is a bit of a... I don't know how to ask this question easily, so I'm just going to ask it. How do I whisper mode in this control?
/W.
Oh, okay.
/W, space, player name, space, message.
Okay. So let me just...
I went to all that trouble about putting how to do this up on the Discord last week and nobody read it.
No one read it. And is it player name or character name?
Person. So if you want to do it to me, you'd put /W space Paul space.
Okay, just tell me if you see that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, all right. I have mastered the art of messaging. Yay.
I'm hoping that some nice Foundry person will write a module to make talking to people a little bit easier.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I find here that's not that.
It's the same on Roll20.
intuitive.
It's the same on Roll20. So if it makes you feel better, it's no better on Roll20. Okay. You walk into the room and there's all this, white yellowy gunk everywhere. There's also a bunch of there's a bunch of things in here. Weirdly, well, not weirdly, but there's an additional spacesuit in here. So there's actually an exosuit. And you can see through to the actual reactor, which is on the other side of the doors, away from you. Yes, that's about it. Right. Okay. Cool. So.
Just try to clear this away.
Okay. All right. Can I get an observation roll from you?
Yes.
Would you like to push that?
Oh.
Roll stress.
Roll stress.
Nice. Expect no less. Expect no less. Lauren Cham, he's the one that holds it together until the very end. Okay, so you're sort of cleaning things away, smashing this gunk off the engine console while everything else is going on. You see in the reflection of one of the screens that you've just cleaned away. So you've cleaned away the sort of operating screens the console, so that you and for a moment you see something moving behind you, and you turn and you hear scraping, like something cracking. You hear a cracking sort of sound coming through the room. It's quite a loud crack. It's like something's, it's like an egg cracking on a counter magnified by 50. As this sort of shadowy movement starts to happen. As you turn around, you realise that what you thought initially was a spacesuit was actually some sort of creature that had coated itself in a sort of insulating resin. And you can see this thing sort of stepping out of the cracked shell that was behind it. And at this point, allow me to share a picture with you, if I may. Where's the art? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, there. Hello. Are you the right one? Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm going to show it to all of you, but take of it what you will.
Mummy.
So it's still got parts of a suit on. As you will have noticed, it's still got parts of a suit on it. So that was part of the confusion, is that there were parts of a spacesuit still on its body. And I'm going to ask you, what is your first and most instantaneous response?
Probably be shut down on the comms. There's something down here, and fire a bolt gun at it.
Okay, so it's freed itself from its incrustation, and you turn and so you all hear Cham yell, "There's something in the reactor room," and then boom, as the bolt gun is fired. Make a... Oh, actually, hold on. We'll need to go to combat, and I'll just delete Miller's token because we won't be needing that anymore. And I'll delete the Nemorph because we won't be needing that anymore. Now, Cham, where are you currently on the map? Where'd you put yourself? Ah, perfect. Kyle Arai, I'll just move you away. Wouldn't want you to get involved. And I will just put... Yeah, no, look, that's what I'm here to help, buddy. I'm here to help. And I think we're at stage. Yeah, we are. We're at stage. Yeah, this guy's. Can you see the monster, Lyron?
I can.
Excellent. Allow me to add a. And I'll just remove combatant, and then if you could add yourself to the combat tracker, please. And I'll add myself to the combat tracker, and I will just check how many times I add myself to the combat tracker. Yeah, right, okay. Boom. And then I'll roll. All right, so I'm going to give you a shot with the bolt gun to start with, and then I'm going to attack. So roll close combat, please. Sorry, range combat. Oh, well, roll the gun, actually, is what you do.
Roll the gun.
Would you like to push that?
Push it, push it.
Oh, yes.
Yay! Okay. You turn and fire. And the bolt gun punctures into it. Now, bolt guns are armor piercing, which means I have to halve this armor stat. Yeah, it'll let me. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, no successes. Same dice roll for armor or things, so that's fine. Roll. So you got, how much damage does the bolt gun do, please?
Damage 3.
Okay. Is there a thing I can do on the token to deduct health, or do I just
On
on the
not on the token, on the character sheet, you've got you've got the left hand side. Just put less health.
Yeah.
You should have 2 boxes. The
Okay.
right hand side's there full. Yeah.
Done. All right. Cool. The creature takes the bolt in the shoulder, and then completely unfazed by the bolt stuck in its shoulder, leaps at you. By the way, I know what the dice rolling is happening for. It's happening because of it's rolling the 9 dice in the description.
Right. Okay.
So it's actually rolling the thing that it then, you know how it reports the 9 on the view? So if I click on that little icon in the description of the neomorph attack, it's rolling the number of dice equal to that. And it's actually working out the calculation of the value. So it's actually keeping the same number across both. It's quite cool, actually. I like it.
If you sorry, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, and if you click, so in for those that can't see it, and I know we're running out of time. For those that can't see it, the Games Master rolls the attack. He gets in his chat window a private thing that says the neomorph or whatever does this and does 6, let's say 6 dice of damage. If the Games Master, and that's what Thomas is seeing in the roll, if the Games Master clicks on that little thing that says in the chat that says 6, it'll actually show how many successes there were.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like it. No, it's good. It's actually wasn't doing that last week, so I don't know what's happened, but it's good. Can you roll armor for me, Sam?
Just click on armor and
Ooh. Okay, you take 1 point of damage. As the creature basically slams you across the room, and you fly across the room, landing against the reactor door and slamming down onto the ground. You are prone, and you must make a... you drop the bolt gun, and I need you to make a panic roll for me, please.
Stress roll. That's what I like about this game. When things go wrong, they go really wrong.
But Cham keeps on holding it together because he's a goddamn god of, ignoring monsters. All right. It attacks again. Okay. For no... make a panic roll. Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. No, you don't need to make a panic roll. Don't worry. No, ignore it. Okay. I was misreading it. Okay. So the creature does... you guys all over the comms, though, are hearing this fight going on, right? So you can hear the smashing sound. You heard the pump of the bolt gun. You hear a hideous roar come across the comms. And then, Lyron, it's your go again. You're on the ground, so it's going to take you a fast action to stand up, and then you can do something else. Do you have anything like a rudimentary lathe that you might use to make a weapon? Sorry, that's a very old joke, but it is funny as fuck.
Can I crawl towards the console?
You can sort of cross the room to the console. Is there a particular intent you have in crossing the room to the console? Because share it with me. Oh, right, okay.
Oh, he's doing it in he's doing it in secret. I can see him typing.
It's working.
Yeah. All right. However, I need to see those notes.
Whereabouts is my bolt gun dropped?
Well, it was against the. It's on the other side of the room from where you've now put yourself.
Oh, so it's near where I landed.
Yeah.
But,
Did you want to change your action? Did you want to pick up the bolt gun and attempt to reload it? Because I'll let you do that while you're standing up. But you can't fire it this round. But you can reload it.
yeah, I'll try that instead.
Okay. All right. So you're going to reload. So you stand up, grab the gun, reload it, which is one more action you normally allow, but I'll allow it. The creature spins towards you and roars again.
In space, nobody can hear you roar.
Okay, you hear a horrible... make an armor roll for me, please. All right, it's grabbed hold of your arm and it's trying to do something to it, but it doesn't seem to be working. It's actually your go again. Would you like to try and shoot it? Now, I will point out, you're in hand-to-hand combat, so you actually take a -2 to shooting now.
Can I try and kick it away from me? So I can kick it to the chest. So I can push away.
Yeah, because
like Spartan kick.
Spartan kick.
You can.
So,
Close combat.
Close combat, yeah.
Yeah. All those dice and no successes.
Do you want to push it?
Push it, push it, push it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Not much worse than this.
Quick decision's a good decision. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Stressed in you. Is it twice?
No, once.
Just once, yeah.
Yeah, it's just once. Yeah, that was a rule that we were introduced to by someone else, but even though they may or may not have had something to do with the writing of the rules, that's a homebrew. Okay. You drop your gun. However, you are able to kick it away from you. Because there's nothing in that suggests that you didn't succeed. So you can kick it away from you. You drop the gun, and that's where we're going to have to pause it, unfortunately, because I'm out of time. I have to pretend to care about social welfare delivery in Australia. We will literally pause it right there in the middle of that combat. So let's just recap very quickly. So where we stand right now, Davis is on the Montero, sprinting towards the Daisy to leave the ship. Lyron is engaged in hand-to-hand combat with a giant, long-armed monstrosity. Kayla has just cut the umbilical cord away and lost the cutting torch in the process, and is now watching the Montero thrust away from the ship. And Johns is in mother pressing the button repeatedly. And that is the beautiful summation of the of where we are right now. I'd like to first of all thank everyone for playing for another session. That was actually an awesome amount of fun. Hope you all had a good time. And I will stop streaming from my end now.